Thank you for adjusting the order paper to allow us to make this statement regarding the incidents registered during the Kawempe North by-election campaigns. Right Honorable Speaker and members, a number of incidents. This paper has been uploaded because we didn't know it would be allowed on the order paper. It was uploaded late, but I think members should be having it now. A number of incidents have been registered in the course of the ongoing Kawempe North by-election related activities. And these involve, among others, skirmishes between NUP supporters and security forces, as a result of which 24 people are arrested and put in custody. And those arrested include two honorable members of this House, namely Honorable Nyeko and Hon Nkunyinji. The details of the particulars of those in custody are attached to this brief. The action taken so far: a case file was opened via Dwandege SDA Ref 63/3/2025. Statements recorded from all those in custody to enable the processing of their cases for court. Those arrested were presented in court and remanded on Tuesday, 4th March 2025. Right Honorable Speaker and members, government intends to ensure a clean, transparent and safe by-election in Kawempe North constituency. Towards this end, the various players, including the EC who organized this by-election, the contenders from the different parties and their supporters, the general public, as well as security, have to exercise their different roles, different but complementary roles within the confines of the law. Where we have infractions of the law, there are processes within the law on how to bring them to account, including guidelines on the lawful enforcement of the law. It is also the law, Right Honorable Speaker and members, that for one to be charged with a criminal offense, that offense and the punishment thereof must be expressly provided for in written law. Those arrested are accused of various breaches of the law, including the alleged illegal use of military gear by some of them. Charges known to the law will be preferred for the courts to determine their cases. In addition, working with the military and other security organs, it will be proposed to publish for information their gazetted uniforms as well as other gear which are ordinarily the preserve of official uniformed forces. Also, working with the EC, guidance should be given to all the players regarding lawfully permissible conduct during this exercise. Last, rules of engagement and SOPs that guide the security forces in the conduct of public order management will be disseminated to the operating forces to enhance their awareness as they go about their duties. But also, unsaid is the background to this, and I think we need to ask the hard questions. We need to have a candid, brutal conversation on this idea of what is reasonable conduct, what is permissible conduct. I think we were all treated to that video that ran wild of people in military formations, and I knew it would attract consequences, both intended and unintended. So I think going forward, we may need to engage as security and all the players on how we go forward to ensure that we have credible electoral processes. Right Honorable Speaker and members, government commits to ensure a clean and safe electoral process in support of the EC. Those arrested will be presented in court, and any excesses reported, investigated and dealt with as appropriate. The journalist whose eye was injured, called Miracle in Insambia Hospital, gladly he's been discharged, but I've been briefed by Honorable Bahati and I want to thank him for visiting him. We shall meet the bills of his treatment. I beg to submit, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable members.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Bahati, you promised us. I've heard the minister said you visited, but I think we better hear from you because you have a date with the House on that issue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As the Honorable Muhoozi has said, and as you instructed me, I visited the journalist called Miracle, who works with Stop TV. It is true he was injured, and there were some limited operations on his face. The good thing is that his eye, according to the doctor, was saved. He's out of danger as we speak, and he has been discharged yesterday. And on behalf of government, I promise that we are going to clear the bills. He also had a complaint that his camera was damaged, but in the meantime, we have agreed with the Minister of Internal Affairs that the bill will be cleared by government. So I extended our sympathies, and we continue to pray for him for quick recovery. Thank you.
Right Honourable Speaker, the Minister of Internal Affairs, who has just read the statement, is one of the better schooled military officers in this land. And I'm very sure that statement was just dropped on his desk when he was rushing to come to this house. I decline to imagine that it is his statement. Somebody must have written something, he was in a hurry, and he came to read it. Otherwise, how would the General David Muhoozi, that I think I know fairly, make reference to the fact that some of these victims were part of an illegal parade, and therefore their treatment seemed like an act of reprisal, revenge, and retribution, which has no space in the laws of the land? That can never be a statement from the Minister of Internal Affairs that I know. Somebody simply dropped it on his desk. Probably he can explain whether the actions Kawempe were punishment in retribution, and then probably educate us on their space in the laws of the land, given some illegal military parade alluded to in the statement. I don't know, Speaker. Secondly, the honorable member, I forget the name, made reference to the fact that if the EC is constrained and stretched, they can actually make request for backup. May we know from the minister whether there is such a request from the National Commission? And in their request, they formally requested for JAT to support them, not any other security agency. And explain to us the nature of stress that compelled them to make that request. 3, the people involved in the videos and on the ground are all hooded. May we understand from the minister, under what circumstances would people enforcing the laws of the land be hooded and therefore hide their identity while executing a public duty? So that we can also advise citizens on their mode of hooding themselves to counter. Right, Honourable Speaker, the point I'm making is that we are running into dangerous territory where purported law enforcement is being done by people without identity, which is why you've had between police and the army each denying knowledge of the hooded individuals. So may we know whether there was a mutiny in one of the security forces, whether the military is experiencing a mutiny, and therefore some people are acting out of hand, that we can alert the nation that there are some hoodlums at large, and therefore capable of harming the public, because they have no identity, they have no identifiable command and control, and therefore they're like a wall of them on the street. Right, Honourable Speaker. Very finally, right, Honourable Speaker, the Honourable Bashisha, a very, very honourable lady, with pain, made allusion to the fact that she had that experience in her territory during the last election, and that the 3 people, the victims, were not even involved. Nobody involved or not involved should ever be a victim of a civil.
Thank you.